want to just show you how we can bring in our point into Civil 3D, and as well match the point, separate them, create point groups. And as you are doing this, you are creating a style. That is it. So when you finish a particular point, as we finish this class, I will teach you how to save your page as a style, so that when you come back next time, you will select that template to continue your project. So let me initiate the point creation tools. So when the point creation tools come up, you will see this dialog box. Okay, from this dialog box, look at this point here. This is called import point, because you are bringing point into the system. So import point. So let's see the format of how we want to bring the point. We have our point in you check, it said point north east ZD, and that is not what we have. We have E before N, so we are looking for that. Good. So when you have it here, you've seen PENZD, and this is where we can receive that point that the surveyor have defined. So let me pick this one, and I will say you look at this cross here. So to add the file, so I'll click on the cross, and now we are going straight to the position where our data is stored. It's stored in this our lecture checkpoints, and the information is processed and received. So you can see it all through from here. I will not add it to a group because I have not created the group. So say OK. So this is just the simplest way of how you can bring in your point. You see the point just showed. Assuming the point, you do not see the point is an empty graphic space. You should be able to click on Z on your keyboard, enter. Z represents zoom, and E to the extent of your keyboard, which is represent, and it will bring the entire point. Now I'm seeing the massive point. I'm just so confused because I'm seeing SS. So I want to reduce the scale to 150, so I should be able to see this, or maybe you'll be working with this scale, you'll be taking it up and down, to increase and to reduce. So now I don't know the points as it is, what it represents. I'm just seeing so many points. So you see, it's important to have the surveyor feed book, so you can easily relate the information from the survey feed book into your dashboard and your graphic screen space. So now what I will do, I will go by guiding myself to create the groups, because we have indicates. Let me just open the survey point again. It indicates to me that there is descriptions. So if I cannot see the description, I will just set the entire point group to show, because there is no point style for now, but I want it to show the descriptions, so I can easily know which. You see, now you see I can see the X and the numbers and the descriptions, because I did not state to show the elevations for now. I just want to see these descriptions. Okay, this is the ES road. So this is the ES road. Again, this is the culvert, you see. So I can be able to see the culvert. Now you start to sketch all this one after the other as shown. Okay, okay. Existing ground. Alright, I see the fence. Let's group them to start. Now I will go to my two space. For my two space, I will remember you have to save your drawing. We were supposed to do this on the earlier previous drawing lecture 1, but this is point importation. I will now save this, save drawing, save select to the position of our project in the desktop lecture. And this is lecture 2 point importation. So I'll say point importation, and if I come to the title bar, so it's changed to point importation. So I want to group them in style. If I check here, it's already point importation as the name. Alright. So let me just come to the point group. If I click down, look at this box here. If I pull it down, you see I'm seeing all points. So it has extracted the entire point to one singular folder. So I don't want it to be so. So I want to separate each of them. What I will first do, this Fn, I want to extract the FN, and Fn represent fence. First, let me just say I pick the EP, which is pole, electric utility pole. So I will come here and say new, from the point group new. I will call it my electric pole. You can put it in bracket EP. You can as well describe what it represents here. If you have put the name EP and so there's an electric pole in description, so we'll see if we know. And this is where the style is located. The point style and the point label style. How you want it to show, if it should have label or no label. I don't want this electric pole to have label. I want it to have description only, which are the representation pattern. And if you go to the menu, this is what I just explained to you. You can have S and description only, and the marker. So you can have S and elevation only. You can have S, elevation and description, X and just point number, X only, and you can have a full description, S, point number, elevation, description. So let me change this point style. I will create a new and give it a name information. I want it to be the electric pole as a style pole. I will see make it EP. If you don't want, like I told you, you can just say EP here. So we saw that there is an electric pole. The marker, this carries a marker sign. You can increase the size of the marker in your drawing by increasing the scale factor. Now is in 2.5. If I say 4, it will increase according to the factor in the drawing. Then here they use custom marker. This is a custom marker available by CV3D. but I don't want to use the custom marker because it's an electric pole. I want to use AutoCAD blocks, of which you can create your own blocks and bring it into Civil 3D for optimization to use and bring out quality in your job. So here I will just select what we have. If we have the electric pole, let me check for utilities. So now you see utility pole, and this is the marker sign for utility pole. So I use the scale, you'll see it here, the marker sign for utility pole. So I will just use this one, and the display, I want the marker to display a color of pink color. Let me just say okay. Now I have changed the style to the electric pole, and I've indicated that I only need to see the description only. Now if you want to import the groups, you are stating in groups, either is all groups. I don't want to be in the all groups because I'm creating this group now. So let me just say okay. You see, now I have the group created. There are no points inside. If there is point inside this group, it will show this marker sign, like a camera, that is point information inside. So let me go back and select properties. So if attached to a group, I would have clicked this and it will extract the point concerning this group, but I don't want to attach it to all groups. I want to include the points. If there's a description, I will enter the description factor, but I don't want the code system to extract this description. So I want to include it to which of the point that is in the drawing. Is it with a number? I can indicate from number 1 to 5, number 1 to this, and it will automatically extract those numbers. Or as well, I can click here, select, and go back to the drawing and select those one by one, but I don't want to select it one by one. You see, if I go and select it one by one, it will take me time, except if the information given is the information of the point is less quantity. I can just go and select this, then start to pick electric pole. You see, this will even give me much difficulty because I have to be looking this wide range of information to select electric pole. You understand? So let's go back there. I don't want it that way. I want to, with elevation, if we have an elevations, I will just give me elevation matching from this to this and will extract it automatically. But I want it to give me with a row name description matching. So if I have the name, I just enter that name which it represents inside the system EP and say apply. So it's extracting all the points for EP. So it has extract anything that have EP inside this workspace. Let me see by deleting and undo. See, okay, because it has not updated. I'll just E for erase and U for undo. Let me see what happened. So now it has changed the, I can now see the position of the poles. So this is just what it is. I can now see the position of the poles. So I'm seeing that there's not a pole throughout the sides. Now I don't know if this pole fall along the center of the road, like the center line that the surveyor has given, which is inside. So let me go back from here and do one for the center line. So I will go back to group and say new. Let me call this one center line. So, or you can name it CL, and in description you say center line. Any way that is good for you. So you see showing the electrical that this is what is now relevant. It knows the last position is stored in the dialog box, so you have to come here again and click new and call this one information CL center line. Go to the marker sign. I would like it to be X actually because it's my center. Then I would just want to change the display color of the I want it to show in yellow or in the sky for the signal. Okay, then let me just go back to the so okay, then I want this to show me in elevation and in description. You can still do some editing here in the elevation and description. That will be next class. I'll teach you. We'll come back again more points on how to edit the point labels, and we can easily change the label color as well. In our design, we can change the label color. Because of time constraint, we just leave it this way first. So I will now go to the inclusion like I did before. By name, I want to include here CL. So it has changed the color, and it's report the elevation and report the CL. Okay, I'm seeing the elevation 6.12, 6.14, so it's going up, from this end, it's going up, it's still going up. So let me just use line, ensure that you must have been using AutoCAD before now, so you know what I'm doing, and ensure that your snap for AutoCAD is set this way. You can snap to center, snap to endpoint, to nodes, so that you can pick the nodes of this. You can snap S intersection, extension, perpendicular, nearest. I don't want nearest. I can snap parallel. Okay, this is okay. So that if I come here, I can snap to the nodes. You see that circle is picking up the node at the point. And you see this is the first center line point from this angle. So I will pick this. So let me pick all the points that show center line. I just want to see that we are in the right path, even as we have brought the point forward. Now we are matching the point and separating the point. We'll be able to create a style for the electric pole. We'll be able to create the style for the center line. So that's how we can, as you see, I can easily know which one I'm going to select, because I'm going through and see the marker color sign. So I'm picking just the center only. At this point, we have not implemented the design proper. I'm just going through this to see what we have as a center of this project. to get an idea. So this is where it ends. So with the idea analysis that my road have two reverse curve, one and two. So it means this the according to the feed information, you said there is a road, dual road. So it means that with this pattern that I'm seeing here, there's a dual road on this side, and with this I'm seeing like a dual road. What is this one too? Is a junction. So I know this pattern, this point is junction. Look at the pattern again, junction, and junction. So we want to group the junctions. Let's group the junction. I will now come to the same two space and say new. We will call this one JC. Let it be our junction. So I will create a new folder for a new part style for that, and I will call it JC junction. You must be able to organize a drawing unless when you're a pro. So in the junction I wanted to show just a circle. I wanted to show just circle only. So I pick the non-existent and select the circle. I would like it to be a little bit bigger, so when I'm going through the design, I'm going to pick them one after the other. So that's the junction, and I want the display color of the junction to be in red. Okay. So I want the. Okay, let me go back here to the style, the point label style. I will want it to show me just the northern and eastern information. So go to include, select by row description, and it will be JC. Say OK. So it has created, and you select the whole point. You see what I'm talking about. You see the circle through here. You see, and it makes the design look so interesting. So you know what it means? It means I can take line from your keyboard L and just follow from this point, sketch out what the junction should look like. Just examples. When you have that's fine. You can be able to be doing extra work before we get to the next lecture. So feel free to ask me to send you the raw file. Unless you have the survey information you can use for the design. So I just know that there's a junction at that point. This is what we do by sketching the entire face before we start to design and get the final alignment for the road. Now at the tail end, we will be able to create for the building. Let's see how we put for building. So I will come back here and say new, call this one BD is existing building, then I will call the building, and I want to create a new, I'll call this one BD, that's for building. I don't want to change the marker. I just like it this way, so I like to show me description only. So let me implement the courier. So this would be D. I believe you can be doing this by yourself, creating this point. So let's see what happened to BD. We have the description, BD. Okay, let's go back and maybe you can edit it. You can go back, select it and see properties. Then you can click on the pencil marker here to edit, because I want to increase the sign and maybe just tweak with the color. Let me put it in dark. So okay, and it's showing that dark, so I can look at the drawings and easily. So now you have to relate this marker with what you have in your feed book. What you have in the feed book. So you see by the right hand side we have something like this, the fuel station. So we have the left hand side. So you go back to your drawing and look at it very well. Careful. There is need to, you have to check what you did not see properly. You now call the attention of your surveyor, because I did not see building, but I see the close one is a building. Maybe there's a fence I did not indicate it. So let me see. I can only see fence. So if I should take a line from here to this fence, I believe this is what it's saying. So if I should relate this with my feed book, it's just exactly what it's saying. So that is it. So let's see what we have here for the building. It says building. I'll take this and follow the pattern as it is in the feed book. And I think it works according to the field book. This is it. I can enter the name Mr. Emeka property. That is just how we do it. And so you would be doing for all of these. I'll do 2 more for the building. Here's another one here. You must be relating it also with your field book. Go through it. We have here. And this is another building, so I have to check the field book and see what we have. I'll be very confused if I don't look at this. So see the shape, so I can get the shape like this. It's a straight point and it's coming this way. So let's see if we can go that way. So the field book is very, very important throughout the face of the work. So you see, I will be very confused on this one. So check it matches what it explains. So that is wonderful. Okay. Now I have just taught you how to bring in points as well into the Civil 3D software, and I have showed you how to create a style for each of them. We have create from this and that to the end, so you can create more style for the existing yard. The trees, let's do it for the trees so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'll say new, let's call this one I have to enter the name. It state is tree, so I just make a tree. So I can change, create new, call it 3. Go to the marker sign. So you can now select use from here. You look for a tree to represent no, little T, let's see, tree, this should be tree. This is another tree. I can change this to the 4 and make the color like green because it's tree. Just slow down. So like green. And say okay. And I want to include the row pattern name, say tree. Okay, let's check. You see it has changed it. I did not check that color properly. You can go back and change the color to be green. So now I can see where there are trees. Let's go back again. I want it to be a little bit bigger because it's tree. So with the marker is already green here. Why is it not showing green? So I'll go to the marker and cement it. Maybe I want to do it at 10. 10. So green. Right, maybe just need to shade that later. Well, that is what you should do. Now we have delete and undo. It's the red. Okay. Now you can see, look at the position of trees around the project. Everyone, you see this is very close, very close. This tree need to be removed because our road will fall in this part. So just go through and so we'll be able to relate this side properly. You can see how we import point. I told you the point can be imported from the point creation tool. And remember I told you you check on the import points, and again I also relate to you that you must make sure it matches the point as given by the surveyor. Point is the not in Z description. That is it. You select it and upload from this cross. You upload the point file wherever the file is located. You just click on it and open. It will automatically load the point. And just ensure that the folder is not readable by any other item, or else it will not upload. So that was the error we had. It's good to guide yourself on that. So thank you very much for this class. Lastly, before I go, we want to set this as a template, but in the next class I will tell you how to open your drawing to the template that you set. When you set a template, you will ensure you delete all points that is inside that template. You make it a fresh new template. Perhaps you must have saved this work so that we can start from, I will save the work so we can start from this same position on the next class that we're going to have. For the next class we'll be dealing about the full sketching of this entire site. We'll be relating all the buildings and all the junctions, and as well decide the alignment of the road and create the alignment style. And we will now start to see how we offset an alignment, how we can create a bay, a stopping bay along the road. How we can use our radius to create the curve side or the edge, which is the bay mouth in the road also. We will see how we put the alignment stations, perfectly and make a center line representation for our road project. So request for the feed information I can send you so you can follow me easily. I will see I can add it to this uh, class below, so you can click down and check for more details and see if you can extract the information. Like I told you, I'm just so new with this, and with more followers, comments, and subscriptions, I think we can grow this page and reach out to many people who really need to be an experienced civil design engineers. Now, if we want to save it to a template, it's just as easy. We just go to the format and click save as. Save as, you will select other format. You come down to this point and select drawing template. This is it. You indicate the position. These are other templates that's in so it just goes straight to your template or saving position folder. So I will save it there. I will call it C3D lecture template. So it's saved, and I will ensure I select the metric. You can give description. If I want to give description, you can just go ahead and say okay. So in our next class, over here, I will open our template to start a project. When you have the template set for points, you don't come back again. You just go ahead. You now create template for your alignment, template for your surface. You see what I'm talking about? So as you are learning, you are still getting the full study of template. If I should take you to a complete class on how to set up a template civil 3D, you'll be very confused. Now as you're going through the class one after the other, you are creating the template day by day, you end up even understanding more about the template. Thank you very much for staying with me, and I wish you well throughout the process of your study, and I'm praying to you that whatever you just obtained will remain in your brain. But I still want to let you know that to make it stay in your brain, you must put more effort, study daily,